In time. Those posties. We live, bitch.
Giants.
Ravens live. Happy New Year.
Ravens live. Chargers.
Hey, I'm about to run and get my other headset.
Got you. Fuck, you good?
Happy New Year.
I'm here, bro.
All right, goody. Well, now where's Snake at, man? Where you at, Snake, man? We live, cuz. Buccaneers and Patriots, I know what game I'll be watching this weekend. You know, Baltimore are holding their breath in anticipation as the boats are coming to town. I love the NFL for about 32,361 reasons. And this game is one of them. Undefeated, it's going to town. I had a vision or a dream or a bad claim. Whatever point is, I feel like 80-yard touchdowns going to win this game. Justin Herbert needs to play well for the Ravens to win the game. Think about that. He's a fucking idiot. You shouldn't tweet anymore, Charles Davis. Justin Herbert don't play for the Baltimore Ravens. Goofball. Anybody else thinking Dylan Geis could be a factor for the Commanders this week? Oh, shit. They do got a new running back in town right now, and the Chargers are in the playoffs. Just clinched at least a wild card spot. Yes, sure, Raiders defense will, with a dominant performance in their victory over KC, forcing 6 turnovers. Watching Aaron Rodgers rack up a ton of yards so far in this game. All right, so we're getting back in the next week. Let's go. All right, fellas, it's New Year's Eve, man. Hope all y'all be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy y'all New Year's. Bring it in with the family. Do your damn thing. Do what you got to do. Stay healthy. Stay, safe. And, don't get into no bullshit, man, if you can. You know what I mean? Don't get into no bullshit. Try bringing the New Year's on a new wave. And at the same time, let's do the same. In the league, man, let's come into a new wave, new energy. You know what I mean? A new rejoice of fun. Get back to having fun playing a video game. Let's do that for the New Year's, man. And enjoy our shit. Let's get back to being able to, have fun talking shit and competition and getting to it, man. And finding out who's that and who's this and that and who's clueless. You know what I'm saying? We just got to figure it all out and enjoy our shit, man. And it's the franchise guru. I am your host, man, here with King Falk. The real boom, and Snake Eyes is somewhere around. He'll be joining us as soon as he can. With that being said, let's get to our top 10s right away. I think this is dope right here. This sound like some college lineup shit, right? We advanced the lead, right? We in week 14. And when you look at the rankings, the NFL rankings, you have 2 undefeated teams left, but those 2 undefeated teams aren't 1 and 2 of the league right now in the rankings. So when you take a look at what's going on right now, you have the 12-0 Chargers with the number 1 spot, 544 points scored. They only given up 190 on the season so far, 12-game winning streak. 6 on the road, 6 at home. All right, and then that second spot is those Cardinals. I kind of know why. I think the Cardinals, their matchup with the Panthers put them in a situation because they beat a top tier team at the time. So if you're really thinking about strength of schedule, you can see why the Cardinals are sitting at number 2 right now, and they are putting points on people left and right. 642 points scored, 308 given up. They're on a 12-game winning streak as well. I think those Cardinals on a bye this week.
Cardinals on a bye.
Hit it.
All right, so since we missed the commish bye week last time, can we do that? Can this be that commish bye week show? Even though you're not a commissioner, but can we use this as a commish bye week show since guys missed it? I give on the New Year's, give guys the opportunity to get the gift of playing the first 8 games played, and if we advance before advance time tomorrow, then the gift comes. What you think, Falk?
Can I get another Cowboys user? That's what I think. Shit.
I like it.
We got a lot of these users right now, man. There's some guys that's real shaky right now with me, man, and they ain't been playing their games because we not. Listen, man. If I kick the guy that been in with us since 18 out the league for not playing, you think I won't kick another guy out? You crazy. Once we get Maximilians around, we'll go through the activity log and find out who's playing and who's not, who has excused absence and who don't right now. But at number 3, by the way, it's the X next to the Chargers name. So what that says to me is that they are a playoff team, but they're not a divisional winner team yet right now. You will talk about it in a second. But the Chargers got the X next to their name. The Cardinals are sitting at 12-1, number 2. At 3, you have the Baltimore Ravens with a Y next to their name. They clinched their division. With the remainder of the schedule left, they can lose the rest of their games and still win the division for the 4th straight time. So they're just fighting for a first place seed in the playoffs. Simple as that. Those Panthers took a loss a couple of advances ago, and in that loss, it only dropped them to number 4 right now, sitting at 11-1. 441 points scored, 257 given up, 1 game winning streak right now. They got 6 wins on home, 5 on the road, 1 loss on the road. So their only loss came to the Cardinals in Arizona. The Ravens, 187 points given up right now. So tough teams right now. And then you take a look at this Raiders team offensively. Let me ask you, Falk, are you surprised? The Raiders sitting at 5 at 10-2, but they scored 656 points this season, giving up 312. Is that a surprise that at this stage of Aaron Rodgers' career, he's got that offense explosive right now?
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's impressive.
It seems like you're taking the Tom Brady approach right now, man. Like, the older they get, the better they play. Seem like, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's just balling right now, man. That offense is clicking on all cylinders. So, all right, we got a team that's been very hot all year, man. I mean, from bringing in young players and got guys in the awards race all over the place. This team that's at 6 right now at 9-3. They're on a 5-game winning streak. We're looking at the Denver Broncos, 531 points scored. They're giving up 405 though. Listen, they have the MVP of the league so far as of right now. He might be unanimous with the numbers he's putting up right now. And the diaper dandy, the rookie Harvin Ward, is I mean, come on, man, we got a receiver that with 5 games left got 3,000 yards receiving already. Falk. How do you feel about that, Boom?
I mean, we still work in progress. Still, we feel it's still early.
I mean, you got a guy right now with 5 games left at the receiver position that has 3,000 plus yards right now, man. I mean, what's going on? Like, you said something last night when we brought that up. You blame the people he playing, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the people he playing. No doubt about it. The people he playing.
Bills Mafia Rocket.
I want to question their football acumen. I want to question that because there's no way.
He's going dummies, and not only does he have the MVP front runner right now, and if he win it, it'll be unanimous for sure. But in the top 3, they have a defensive player in his 3rd season trying to do what Adolphe Owe did a couple seasons back, and which is win the MVP of the league.
Hey, you talking about these Raiders, right?
I'm talking about these Broncos.
The Broncos?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I think he in the division with Mill. Yeah, they scheduled. Yeah, they scheduled trash,
You know
man.
what? Mill said that today. Mill said he getting to build his younger players now for when his
Audio
because of
quality.
the schedule he playing right now.
Yeah, they got the same. They got the same schedule, man.
Yeah.
Like for real, and no disrespect to.
Iowa State up
Yeah.
7-0.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit.
Oh shit. Oh state up.
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison Jr. You already know how that go. Let
Yeah,
him.
man. So they beat up on Mike them division this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It seemed like they played
Yeah.
the AFC South and the NFC North.
Let's see. Yeah, they got the Cowboys. Yeah, they got that's right. So the Cowboys, that's a win. The Giants, he alright. He ain't that good though. And then hitter.
Man, but it's impressive. I mean, when we started the disc golf, they came into the league with that type of schedule. So they actually playing. We're on season 4, so they actually playing the same schedule they had year 1. And you would think that things would change with some of those teams, but it seems like nothing really changed. As far as guys getting better in those divisions. We'll talk about it though. At 7, the Seahawks are sitting here, man. He took a tough loss to the Carolina Panthers. A fumble and a field goal lost them that game. But they sitting at 9-3. Fuck, this team is in your division, man. What's is the Seahawks up right now?
Yeah, they up and coming, man. They they're building better than most, building their team, and they're taking out the image of their coach. They're gonna run the ball, and if you keep the run, they got speed demons on the outside, and then their secondary got 6'4" corners that are running. Then they got a young defensive line that get pressure. They run a lot of cover 3. But they're old Seahawks leads in the doom.
Yes, sir. They take you back to the Legion. Yep, that's exactly what they did. Cover 3 defense, man, and they played that shit really well. That's why people question Richard Sherman. Was he the best corner in the league? When he didn't foul anybody, they played zone for the most part. I would ask the same question for Woolen right now. Is he, a top tier corner in this league, being a more mainly zone team? Could you give a guy a shutdown title playing zone?
I don't think
Well,
so.
they did it for Revis, and I know Revis did follow people sometimes, but Revis Island, he was on the island by himself. On one side of the field. I mean, he was definitely better than Sherman. But
I mean,
I
at
don't
one,
know.
I think Reeves played way more man than Sherman them did. The Seattle, they played cover 3 the entire game.
He did, but they disguised shit too.
Yeah. All right,
But
so
I don't know. I played against that motherfucker. That motherfucker nice. I ain't gonna lie. The user ass, but you know what I mean. His defense nice though.
So hold on. It's the players, not the user.
Man, listen, man. When you go, look at it's the Mike syndrome, dog. When you picking in the top 10, and then I gave him some picks. You know what I mean? Like, yo, team ain't got no choice but to be good. But now will he win? I don't know. The big game.
what
I
I
don't know.
what I do know about the coach is he's doing a hell of a job of pitting the team together, understanding his schemes, and turning that shit into winning football right now, man. Like he's really building, bro. Like he's doing a hell of a job. Anytime you build the number 1 offensive line in the league, I mean, you got 2 of the top tier D tackles on your team, and your secondary is pretty solid as well. Then you got at this point the number 1 running back in the league on your team, running behind the best offensive line in the league. He's doing good things over there, man. So shout out to Ray, sitting at 9-3 right now.
So number 1 line, top secondary is top defense in the league. Top 5, top 10 defense.
I don't know about that. I mean, he
Okay,
only given up 279 points on all year, so he's doing something well over there.
I'm just trying to see if this is a Super Bowl or bust team.
I want to say Super Bowl or bust, but they have the they have the recipe to go deep in the playoffs.
I say you said best line. I think shit, that's the recipe right there, especially in this fucking game.
I mean, the
Best O
lines,
line.
his line's still young, and it's not just because they 99 or out nothing now. They still like developing their outlook, their future, everything. They top guard. I mean, he invested in them.
Yeah. All right.
Just most people just don't and didn't. Well, he took a whole season and developed his offensive line last year. And you could tell
He did it. Yeah, you could tell he did a really good job at it too,
and
man.
his D tackles, both his D tackles the last 2 years. He got two X Factor D tackles over there, young, like second and third year. That
Right.
didn't come in the league on X Factors, dog.
War Mac did, not the other
Oh,
one though.
okay. Not the other one didn't.
All right, so at number 8 right now on the list is the Commanders. How do you feel about the Commanders team? And I'm gonna go to Boone with this question. You being in this division, he's sitting at 8-4 right now. But look, just 3 advances ago, we was looking at this Commander team like, but they on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Giants. I don't know who the last team they just lost to, but they on a 2-game losing streak right now with a very tough schedule. Do you feel like that the schedule that they playing right now and the fact that they got to see you again could put you right back in the mix for the division?
Georgia touchdown.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. And then for him to lose to the Giants, man, like I said, the Giants decent, but he ain't that damn good to be losing to. You know what I mean? So I think he's in trouble, man. Because with the way the NFC looking is, for me, just for me, my opinion is looking like the best conference in football right now, man. Like it's only really one division that's really running away with it. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of 8-7 teams, well 8-4 teams, 7-5 teams. So it might come down to the last game of the season.
All right, and you think the NFC as a whole is the better side, the better conference right now?
Man, right now, if you're talking about the competition in each division,
Okay.
except that one where motherfucker running away, I think shit everybody like fucking 4 and damn 9 or something. But
All
yeah.
right. Now at the number 9 spot, you got the 8-4 New England Patriots. New coach, new culture, and they on a 6-game winning streak right now. It's 578 points scored, but giving up 423 points as well.
Shit. He did that shit in goddamn 6 games, didn't he?
Pretty much.
And he came here 6 games ago, like to the league.
Yep.
So-
He came in the beginning of the year.
Okay, cool.
I think they had 4 losses. I think they ain't have 4 losses because he lost to the Falcons. He lost a couple of them games himself. He lost to the Panthers and the Falcons.
Okay. I don't know, man. I ain't see. I don't know. I think he beat a bunch of bums. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Who did he beat? That was actually competition.
The team that's right under him, the Buffalo Bills, sitting at 8-4 at number 10 right now. He got them twice.
But you know how I feel about the Bills' ass, Brandon ass. Like for real. Like so, like I'm talking like for real. Who did he beat? Like, come on. Patriots.
Damn, you really feel that way, Brandon? You gonna let this man talk about you like that, bro?
So, Boone, you don't think the Bills are a contender in the AFC?
I guess they could be a contender, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. His game just don't. I don't know, man. It don't do nothing for me, man. And like I said, man, it's my opinion, man. Happy New Year.
Oh.
All right, so contender or pretender is the conversation we going to go to now. All right. So like you said, we had some 4-loss teams. Our last eight spot was 8-4. 9th spot is 8-4. 10th spot 8-4. The 11th and 12th spots are 8-4 as well. So we're gonna stop at the Bears right now. Boom. Would you say in the NFC North, out of the entire side of the NFC, is the NFC North the worst division y'all got over there?
Yeah, I'll say that. Like the Bears, the fact that he's at the top, man, like that just shows how trash that is. Is Shogun even playing?
Nah,
No, he ain't playing.
Mm-hmm.
So Yo, you looking for that top 10 pick, but bitch. But yeah,
Shit.
nah, man. I think that's the worst. What you think, Snake? I think that's the
Niggas,
worst division in
Snake already
football.
told you his opinion. He burping and shit. He already told you what he feel.
Yeah, yeah. Man, hey, can I real quick? About what 3 seasons ago, it was Falk division. Now look at them motherfuckers. That's crazy. Falk division was the fucking worst division in football.
And yes, it was. Yes, it
Like that
was.
is crazy. Look at them now though.
I got them boys right. Except for
Shit,
the Niners.
what's that? Iron sharpers iron.
Yeah, except for the Niners, I got them boys right.
Juice
Man,
for always
you
he
gotta
always.
give him a pass. We know he
No, is
kind
that
of in a
Juice?
he in a reset year for real. He got
That
all
ain't
them
Drew.
picks, so
That nigga resetting every year.
hey,
Damn.
Yeah, I agree.
hey dog,
I
you was
told Ant that
talking about he
division
was a
would be
dog
something.
just a minute
Who?
ago.
Who
Who?
said he was a dog? Oh shit. What the receipts
Oh,
at? Snake said he got receipts.
Shit. I
fuck.
mean,
Hey,
listen, a
look, we
broke
can go back to the
clock is wrong,
shows,
is
bro.
right twice a day, right?
Hmm.
A broke clock is right twice a day, right? And you know, players fuck up too. Players fuck up too.
Man,
Players
fuck
fuck
up
up
too.
too.
Yeah, shit. Should have
I
broke
think I
clock
might have been
right
drunk
twice a
when I
day.
made that statement.
Hey, go ahead.
I might have been drunk when I said that, so well, he's a contender.
Hey,
Oh,
all
Hey,
you got
Juice for that
That
motherfucker do
nigga,
Euro
All
that
the
burgers.
nigga,
picks he
that
hey,
said.
nigga, motherfucker, Orlando Magic,
all them
Mm-mm-mm.
picks he got
Oh
over there.
shit.
He about to
the
turn around, bro.
motherfucker,
He
He
also
yeah,
said
told
he
me
he
Orlando
division
let
would be
Magics.
really unpopular market.
OKC ass nigga. Then he
Mm.
took
He
Indiana
was
Pacers, man.
dang. He ain't even get a
Damn.
Philly 76ers joint. He said a OKC. Yo,
Nah, he the Wizards, my nigga.
oh man.
Damn.
He the
Damn.
Wizards,
Oh,
man.
78, huh?
That nigga, boy, he a league filler for real. You know how that
Go
motherfucker
ahead.
college football, they go get them HBCUs and them D1 double A's, and he pay
Money
them to
game.
come. That's him.
Money game. Oh my God. He called him a
He
money
one of them.
game.
He get paid to come play. Get his ass beat by 50, and then
Money game.
Hey,
You got a
dog, you
lighter?
disrespectful.
Let me see it.
You
I was
disrespectful
definitely
ass
wrong with
nigga.
Whatever.
that.
Up, up, down,
Let's
down,
talk, man.
left, right,
Select
X
start.
square, select start ass
Oh my
I was
God.
wrong on that one.
Come on.
You pulled my
Trading places
coattail. I was
said
Come
wrong
division
on
on.
it.
would include a
nigga.
reset
Players fuck
Madden
up too.
time face.
Nah, but like real talk though, your division went from the worst to one of the best divisions in the
That
game right
sucks.
now.
Well, I gotta say, who did that though? I mean, y'all can say me, but I don't think it was me.
I think the Seahawks and then the Rams are just. What about the Rams?
I think at the addition of Onk and the Seahawks, man, you gotta give them credit, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man, I
I
don't know.
told you,
Man,
two two gets you three.
I took that nigga bar, made it a line, made that
Two
joint
two
a
two at least
platinum
gets
hook.
you three. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Two
fuck
two
Mm-mm.
gets
that.
you three.
Blame the league. Blame the league for making them who they are. Taking the ass whoopers, man. Hey, you gotta sink or swim.
Well,
Sink or swim.
Ray wouldn't get his ass whooped because he's running the ball 60 times a game.
Yeah, to diversify.
A motherfucker,
Hey,
shit, you got the ball 22 minutes, you only can lose by so much.
Yeah, you're right. And Madden happens.
hey, he adjusting. Fuck, it is what it is.
I know this
Nah,
much.
he definitely most improved. He had an award, he definitely, because he building, man. Look at his team. His team look better than, some of the best teams that was on the game.
And it start from the inside out, for
Well
real,
built cat.
on his
And I don't
team.
know if he was
Like,
drafted in top 10, boom.
Yeah, I don't think he was drafted in the top
Yeah.
10. Boom.
I think he
no,
was already in the
He
lottery,
he
boom.
been he
Well,
been
you're
a
he made
right.
playoff team down
playoffs,
there every year.
Yeah, but
and your
you
picks
know
is
in the
playoff
league though.
picks,
Yeah,
and your
yeah, you're
picks is
right.
playoff picks.
But you
So
know
like,
in the draft though, you know what I mean. You get value at damn near every pick
he
in the
had
damn
multiple
what
picks,
first
and
through
you made
fourth.
players. So like,
Yeah.
he could have cashed out in the first
Oh yeah,
couple
cause the
joints.
draft
Like,
fucked up. The draft did fuck up
Seahawks
though.
yeah,
I
also
think.
like,
have most
and you
improved
made
coaches.
players on top of him having
Yeah.
picks. So he just, being that the
They
draft came
barely
off, he could
making
have
it
came
on
out good in the
August said
draft. But I
Lamb on the
mean,
Yeah.
shoot,
It
either
just
way,
right
good.
place, right
That's
time.
good job for him for marking offensive linemen when the draft is fucking.
Easy
If that's the case,
asterisk.
like he built his team from the inside out, and you could tell. And then like the Seahawks is one of the younger teams. They got so many rookies when the game start. In a Kenneth Walker, Woolen. Bubba Bolden, Kobe Bryant. They got some young all rookies over there.
I try to tell guys the Giants, the Ravens, the Seahawks, and then the Jets had those, especially with the with me doing the real combine numbers and on the first year players and
Was
rookies,
in
right?
great
They were
positions.
in great positions from the door, like from the rip, bro. They had great draft
Shit.
classes, so
I think season one the Jets got six. They had like 5 or 6 like 6 round draft picks.
they had six round draft picks in my
six
draft.
six round draft picks, right? So like, you know what I mean? Like, sheesh.
All right, so boom, you got people commenting back on your ass. You barely nothing.
Lol,
You
I got
barely
a few
making it on
circumstances
the
that
east
are fucking
side.
my gameplay up, but you know me, I
Easy.
ain't
Hey
fucking
man,
playing.
like I told him, I got some circumstances man going on, but I never tank though, and I still make the playoffs. Guarantee you that.
He said,
But
"Boom,
NFC
boom wouldn't
breezy.
be in the offs in the AFC."
no, I think that's cap. Cause you know me, I can't tell you a time I ain't make the playoffs.
Listen, we're getting
Hold
down
on.
to Team 12 and those Rams. Fuck, we're gonna start there.
In the
You
middle of
said
every
this,
season, man,
and
struggling,
you can't
leaving
find
skin
5 users
tone.
that's better than Onk when Onk actually really want to play.
Let's see.
You still standing on that?
Um, I mean, I'm standing on it. I think it's more to come though. Like again, I stood on that with the 49ers and look what that got me.
All right.
But right now, I'm still standing on it. He proving me right a little bit. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, sitting at 8-4. Yeah, sitting at 8-4. Something's working over there. I think he's another guy that understand rosters, and
Lol, new game
I
mode
think he's more
password
comfortable when he
5060.
got his pieces in. Now, how many seasons he been in the league? 3 full seasons now.
Yep.
All right, so we say that right.
He
You
working
take
on the
about
floor
3 years to make
laughing,
the team
working on the
yours.
floor laughing.
So
Yeah.
the team is his now, and his identity is all over it. And he's looking at an 8-4 record right now. All right, so let's look at the next, our next
If he was on his shit, you would be
one, two,
scouted.
three teams. So now we're looking at the Eagles sitting at 7-5 right now. The Falcons at 14 at 7-5, and the Bucks at 15 at 7-5. Now every last one of these teams is a different conversation. Let's start with the Eagles, and we'll ask the coach himself before we dissect what we think. Boom, 7-5 this year, with one loss not being your fault. Um, by the way, thanks for taking that shit like a champ too, man. Not cussing me out, Ray quit the
Nah,
league, all that shit. You know
nah,
what I'm saying? Real nigga
nah,
shit. Real
yeah,
nigga shit. Players
yeah.
fuck up too. You know what I mean? But all right, you sitting at 7-5 right now. Let's address the elephant in the room. You got guys talking shit to you and memeing you up after playing you and saying you're a six trick pony when it comes down to play calling. What do you say to these guys?
Hey man, I want to say prove it, man. Just prove it. And some of these guys, these niggas just coming on, man. They really been ass pulling on niggas' coattails and shit, riding niggas' coattails.
In late ass
I
for
see a little bit of
when the
Ant, a little bitty
Seahawks have their
Funky.
pick in the top
Shit,
5.
hey, you might want to call them. Hey,
Oh,
you might want to call them
wait a
juniors,
minute.
dog. Listen,
Wait a minute.
A little bit
listen,
pimp
man.
sweet,
Yeah, hey,
a
listen,
little
you
bit
gotta,
pounder.
yeah, hey, yeah, you gotta understand. I was in these chats, man. I was in these chats. You know what I mean? When you be
Oh,
asking questions and shit. Stop playing. You're really not who you
Wait,
are. You're
Pew
not who you
pew
wait a
are.
minute.
pew 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 pew
Damn, that nigga
pew.
got the shotty. So,
Oh my
damn,
god.
boom.
Hey,
So, can you elaborate a little?
Now he's writhing with
Damn.
face with tears of
hey,
joy, face with tears of
Maximilian,
joy.
Maximilian, man,
Man,
butt bitch.
Fo just said, nah, he right on that though. Oh my
Ask me
God.
questions,
Here we
rolling
go.
on the
That
floor
direction.
laughing,
So let's
rolling
talk
on the
about
floor
that for a
laughing.
bit right now, man. You hopped off chat the other day on some, hey Ant man, with this nigga not crew or something like he don't want the missiles to get fired back right now. What?
Hey, man, listen. So first off, Max ain't even that type nigga, man. He was talking shit after his little win. When my niggas fumbled like 5 times and just
It's
shit.
a couple
So
more.
first off, I lost the first 2 goddamn games this season after the rebirth for Madden because they went and did some shit.
Right.
And then I ran off like 6, but I think like 5 straight, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight. And then the stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what I mean? I was up, my whole team was red and fucking yellow going against the Chargers. So that shit fucked me up.
Okay.
Then I beat Rob, and then just, you know what I mean, shit happens. You know what I mean? Goddamn Max, he said he had COVID, goddamn flu, and, you know, he had that package, you know what I mean? So he couldn't play me. But the thing about that was, he was lying to me, oh yeah, we advanced at 7:30 at night. I wasn't gonna play you then. But I know I could have swore we advanced to like 9 or 10 or something like that. Am I wrong? I mean,
it was somewhere around there, about 9:30.
Yeah, we didn't advance in no one, so I hit him. He said, I ain't playing tonight. I already said I'm sick as fuck. I'm like, cool. When can you play? Motherfucker didn't say shit. So I'm like, damn, okay. I don't chase no forced wins. So I'm like, damn, that's my forced win, right? He's sick. I reached out. He didn't give me a time. But then that's when the narrative came, like, oh yeah, boom, you chasing forced wins? Come on, bro. I don't never chase no forced wins. Then your commission, you know the rules. Then he want to try to cheat in the goddamn game, going for the 4th down. Like this, hey, niggas, what that?
Where does energy come from, though, Boone? Like, how, like what?
Man.
Like, where did the disconnect come between y'all two?
Man, I don't even know, dog. And I'm like, shit, I don't know. We talk in the chat, but I'm like, damn. I'm thinking that we gang, and we ain't gotta be gang, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking that we tight, you know, we in the crew, so I'm like, damn, nigga, reach out. But he ain't say that shit, so I'm like, if this is what you want, nigga, you'll get it.
God damn. So, Boone, you also said, you made a comment that Snake's been standing on for a while, too. You're not worried about nothing because you know you're going to win your division. You still feel that way?
Oh yeah, man, that's automatic, man. I ain't worried about that shit. That's one reason why I ain't tripping about the loss against Hitter, man, because I know I come back and beat him. I know he gonna fucking take some losses because he ass. And like, I was gonna be well in the hood.
Rewind that again. You said something before the end about Hitter?
Hit ass, or I was gonna be well in the hood.
You said hit an ass? Oh my God, wow. So explain how hit his ass.
Man, so Hitter can play, right? So I ain't discrediting saying he can't play. But 9 out of 10, you're going to get the hitter that can get up in the game, and instead of running the ball playing football, he going to throw the ball and let the motherfucker back in the game. You know what I mean? And that's normally the hit I get, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I normally get about 7 or 8 picks in that game. He probably going to run the ball now if he listening, but I normally get like 7 or 8 picks. Who be throwing me them picks at?
Come on, man. Knock it off, bro.
I forgot. Is it
Knock it
Najee?
off. Najee Israel.
Najee. He be throwing me the picks, you know what I mean? He about to break Brett Favre record. But, yeah, man.
Yo, my son ain't gonna be breaking no records on the negative side, cuz he out here balling right now. He the top five quarterback right now, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, they on ESPN talking about so they need to move him to tight end, dog, with Hitter. So I don't know. He might need to trade that motherfucker. He can put Lamar Jackson old comparisons. Like, goddamn, receiver.
All right, so
man,
go ahead. I'm listening.
Where you at? Where your sick ass at, man? Got the flu in the ass and shit. Get your ass on the chair.
He said he got the flu in the ass.
Yo, you sound like excuses.
Damn, man.
Where Max at, man? Oh, man.
Yeah, get your sick ass on. God, I ain't never seen, like I said, man, and this is real shit. I ain't never seen a nigga goddamn, oh, I can't play man because I got the sniffles, nigga. I seen niggas on the game. Hitter was one of them on the game during COVID, had COVID, playing the game.
Coughing like a motherfucker.
I just say that's push shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I say, man. And correct me if I'm wrong. That's weak as hell, right? Oh, I'm on the game. Like, is it really? We take this game seriously, but I ain't gonna hold nobody else up. You know what I mean? For doing what they gotta do just because I'm sick. Like, I'll play my game, bro. Just like you chase sports with, like, I'll play right now. I was doing something else, but I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll play you right now because you try to fucking control the narrative and shit. But niggas don't do that shit for us. And I say us because it's us.
Yeah, hell no.
It seems like niggas do that shit to us. But you got to play on their time,
Yeah.
and that shit really be pissing me off. So when you go into a game like that, you already pissed off and not thinking straight because you weren't even prepared to play the game.
Nah, you got
So
something there. You got something there. I hate that shit, bro. Watch now. I always got to put on niggas' time. All the time.
yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man.
Keep it
Hey,
complaining. You
being a
ain't got to
commissioner, man, he
play
should
on
know
my
better, man.
time.
But hey, maybe you need to learn that nigga. You need to learn that nigga.
All right, so boom.
Put that nigga time out.
Time
Puss
out his
boy.
ass. Pussy Boots, he called him. Oh my God.
Pussy boots, nah, he said pussy boots.
Yo,
Pussy boots. They got the little hat with the
God, this
fucking feather
nigga
in it.
Pussy Boots. Oh my God.
That nigga light skin.
He dark skinned as a motherfucker. He said, no, he not. He
That
light
nigga
skinned. He said, is Mac light skinned, man? I said, nah, he dark skinned. He said, well, he got a light skinned attitude.
I swear to God, that nigga light as shit, bro. That nigga straight Drake, boy. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
hilarious.
All right, so boom, man. You standing on the fact that the Eagles will be there at the end because of the division games you going to win, right?
Yeah, man. Shit, yeah. I should have got that one out, honestly. And yeah, I got 4 on my schedule. Fuck them.
Yeah, but that's not the case. Everyone know I play my
All right.
games.
So
Nobody's
number
about to
14
get
on the list
comfortable
are
laying on
the
the
Atlanta
floor.
Falcons
No
sitting at
one
7 and
can
5.
hold the
Right
ball.
behind them are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7 and 5. Let me ask y'all this. Should the Falcons and the Buccaneers both be comfortable at where they at right now, considering?
Playoff
Now the
Mike
Bucks
and
are on a
Cleveland
3-game losing
champion.
streak. The Falcons on a 1-game winning streak right now. But considering, the Bucks, even though we seen them in the NFC Championship game, they had to blow their team up and rebuild it. And playing with a whole bunch of diaper dandies, do you give them credit at 7 and 5 for playing pretty much putting a new team on the field,
Yeah, I
or
mean you got to.
you got to,
With all
yeah,
due, you got
This
to,
boy,
man.
boy faced with
Like
tears of
to
joy,
come
the
in and
girls
just say
say here we
fucking, I'm
go.
gonna put rookies on the field. Even though he got some great players there, he's still having rookies. It's just a lot, and for him to overcome that is, you know what I mean?
yeah. And then let's take a talk about the Falcons. Are they right on time right now, schedule wise, as far as them being, coming into the league, getting this team, making this team his team, sitting at 7 and 5 right now. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think they right on time. I think
I
they right on time.
I agree. I agree with it too. I agree with it too. So when you look at the NFC and AFC, if the playoffs were to start right now, let's go take a look at it. All right, so let's take a look at the playoff picture right now. The Panthers will be at the 2 seed right now with 1 loss on the year, and guess who they will be playing? The Philadelphia
Uh,
Eagles.
Bring it on your butt, bitch.
So if nothing changes and the playoffs was to start today, that game would be like the hot game right now. Panthers, Eagles, 2 versus 7. On the other side, you got the Ravens and the Bills, 2 versus 7 right now. The teams that have the first round bye at this point right now are the Cardinals and the Chargers. When you drop down to 3 versus 6, you got the Patriots versus the Broncos. How interesting is that game?
oh, that's jeez, a good
Is it
game.
really though? Is it really though? Is it really?
I mean, I don't. You tell me. I mean, both of them got the look. They got the number 1 and 2 receivers in the league matching up.
Yeah, and I think
Two very hot quarterbacks right
man,
now.
T might be blowing that nigga out, man. Like for real. Make that a pick'em game, please.
Here's a fun game to watch. 3 versus 6 in the NFC. If the playoffs were to start today, Washington will go up against the Rams, and the Rams are sitting in the playoffs. Snake, how do you feel about that right now? The Rams had the 6th seed at this point.
Mm.
Oh damn, 2-2 get you 3.
Mm-mm-mm. He
Winning
is.
the game, winning the
He the
game.
6th seed. 2-2 got to play the 3rd seed. So 2-2 could get you 3 here. Commanders versus the Rams right now. That would be a very fun, interesting game. And then 4 versus 5 in the
I like
NFC.
2 and 7 in
You looking
NFC
at the
rolling on the floor
Bears.
laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
The Bears playing the Seahawks right now. That would be an interesting situation as well. Let me make sure we still I just wanted to make sure I can, because it got real low on the other side, on the other end of this.
I just seen some shit, man. I just seen some shit, bro.
What's that?
Man, the Bill, I think that was the Bills talking shit, talking about I wouldn't make the playoffs and they got the AFC. Man, I said, what is this? Is Mike still the Jaguars? That's for you to stay. I don't know. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm just trying to see. Is Mike still? Is he? Is he still
What?
the Jaguars? Is
Who?
Mike still the Jaguars?
Yep.
Mike.
Yeah.
Man, come on, Bills. I ain't gonna call you by your name. I'm gonna call you fucking Bills. Tomorrow I would make the playoffs. Man, come on now. Matter of fact, I changed that, man. This is the worst division in football.
Where?
The AFC South. AFC South.
It is.
Yeah, I thought it was us, but it's y'all. That's Mike about to make. Nah, Mike gonna fuck it up.
Look though, Falk, Snake. The Colts dominated the division for the first 3 seasons. Are we seeing a shift right now? Like, do we feel as though Mike can keep this going? And we said, because the Colts got 8 losses this year. They really, we got to talk about that, man. They went from dominating this division, waking up winners Monday, winners Tuesday, all that shit. To I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Yeah, but we know he's working on passing a bit too as well, which we know that can lose you a game or two. I think in the long run, like he got some young receivers. He got some young dogs over there. So man, that's.
But is that any excuse considering what division he's in and how much he dominated the division? Even with resetting and learning the throw game, like, ain't that the right division to be in? Look, if we talking about the AFC West is playing that schedule, and that's why their guys is going crazy the way they are because they playing a weak ass schedule. Don't you think the coach should better master his new players and passing game in that division? Where you got the Titans that haven't won a game in about 2 years.
Oh yeah, true that.
The Texans is the Texans, right? And then you got Mike, who's showing that just take patience, and when you got the better roster, when your players is can play for you, it can turn into wins right now. So my question is, what's going on with the Colts? Is this something we should be paying attention to, or are they or as Boone would say, they are who we thought they were?
Oh wow.
I think it's a legitimate question to ask.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It really is.
Look, Boone sitting with 5 losses right now, and is not concerned. Why? Because if he win his division, it's a wrap. Why the Colts can't have that same approach?
Yeah, because you should, huh?
I don't think that roster turned over as much as we think it did for him to have 8 losses right now and pretty much checked out.
He can't run that fucking ball like he been doing, man. Like, you know what I mean? It was Jonathan Taylor, man, fucking 24/7. That shit's dead.
Do we see? All right, here's a better question. Is this a 1 year thing where the Jaguars is going to win this division, but the Colts will be right back there again, or do we see a shift change here? Like, do we have faith in Mike enough to say Mike can win his division for the next couple seasons? Or is this just he's winning this year and the Colts will be right back on top of this division again?
I'm not sure, because every time we bet against Mike, he come out on top.
Right.
I will say that to him.
Like, shit, we do got the team though to do it. You know what I mean? It's just he gotta play defense and run the ball, man. Control the game. He can do it.
And look, there's a few guys that played Mike this year and had nothing but positive things to say about him, and that's a sign of you getting better or your team got better, or a sign of both, right? There's some guys that came out of the game playing Mike, and it ain't go the way they usually think it would go, right? Thinking, blowing him out and all that. That didn't happen, and it made him respect him.
Yeah, I say don't be like Nano, man. And had the success, then be like I'm a dog and type shit. You know what I
Hmm
mean? Get
And
get found out about.
found out about like a motherfucker. Where is Nano?
Man, probably someone eat some ass or something.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's get over here to some awards. Hmm All right, boom. I'm ready to run some things down to you real fast.
All right.
Facts
Coach
100
of the year.
points.
Right now, Matt Rule for the Carolina Panthers is the number one. Is number one in Coach of the Year. Do he belong there?
Nah, he don't belong there. Well, like I said, once again, man, my opinion. I feel like my opinion matters, but nah, he don't belong there.
All right. At number two, you got Brandon Staley, the 12-0 Chargers. At two. At three, you got Cliff Kingsbury for the Cardinals, 12-1. At four, you got Nathaniel Hackett for the Broncos at 9-3. And at five, you got John Harbaugh at 12-0.
I think Falk and Craig could flip flop one or two. You should be three. Max probably take four, but I know they're going by schedule. But man, do they really go by schedule though? Cause you'll have a fucking I don't know what formula they use for coach of the year though.
What bias they got against John Harbaugh to be 12-0 and sitting at five?
They got to be going by strength of schedule possibly.
Is it
But
because our division?
then
It might be our division really not doing well this year, so maybe that's probably what it's that got them sitting low like that.
that, that could be it.
All right, now let's get to the good shit. When you think about the league MVP right now, all right, Snick, I would love for you to help me out in this situation when I say, maybe give us some stats on the guys' names I'm talking about right now. Um, but number one on this list right now is the diaper dandy, the rookie, the first round pick for the Denver Broncos, Harvin Ward. He got his team 9-3. His overall is a 91 right now. His legacy score is 4,502. And he's the leading MVP candidate right now. If this guy wins it, I think it will be unanimous. I don't think it would be a close vote at all. But at number two, his defensive player,
Video
Deontay
was
Jarrett,
a gift
outside
shaken at
linebacker, is sitting at number
www.acmh.
two right now. But if it was a gift show, shaking my head. What?
Not talking about likes, 3 likes.
How
But
do
yeah,
you feel? How you feel about that? The Broncos have the number one and two player in the league right now as the MVP
bro.
candidates.
So my whole thing is I haven't seen a player doing this shit since Tyreek Hill. Like I ain't talking about the numbers, but just his size, man. 5'8", putting up 3,600 yards, and we ain't even done. We ain't even done. We got 3-4 more games left.
Mm-hmm.
26 touchdowns. So these MC Hammer that numbers,
Mm-hmm.
like for real. But yeah. So he definitely 105 receptions already. He breaking records already. He gonna break records.
I mean, he got about
He
three or
gonna
four
break.
games over 15 catches.
Yeah, he
He
gonna
got
break like
two 500
three.
yard games.
Yeah. If y'all don't know, that's the key of fucking breaking records. He just this season alone, he's gonna break about 3 records: the receptions, the yards, and possibly the touchdown.
Mm.
Uh,
So
look like a
at
little
what
bit of dick riding though.
at what point
Yeah.
was great get there? At what point is it Dick Ryan or that player is that good? Like is Harvin Ward that good?
Is he? But I don't know. Look like there's some jet sweeps in that motherfucker too though. Gotta be a lot of jet sweeps. Gotta be. Cause ain't no way you just getting 15 receptions. Like it's hard to get a motherfucker 10 receptions, but you talking about
He used him
gotta be
nice.
some jet sweeps in there.
I
So,
think
but
it's just a
it,
product of. I mean, the guy's still on
Never
star, I
ran one
believe.
jet sweep.
I think is coaching obviously because he's doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but at some point you
I
got to
was
look at the
just
user.
finna say I
And like I've
stressed.
seen games where he done had 500 yards receiver. Like god damn, Like if you don't man him up in zone, if he was to the right, then you know a crosser coming to the user to the left. Like I don't know. It's just to me. It's just I don't know. I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna just shut up. At some
But
point, it gotta be the user. The user gotta be held
but
accountable
this is the
for some
point you prove.
the ass shit they're allowing.
Falk, you're 100% right. And here's the how you prove that point. Watch this. Give me a second. All right, let's go to Harvard Work real fast. Stats and contract. Let's go to season stats. Let's look at opening day. Opening day comes out, loses to the Chargers 39-17. But in that loss, he had a breakout game. 9 catches, 176, and a touchdown. Then he played the Cowboys, 10 catches. I don't know if he played this game or not. We don't know if D West played this game or not, but we'll find. He'll post and say if he played this game or not. But 10 catches, 320 yards. He averaged 32 yards a catch. He had 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys. All right. Now again, D West ain't the active D West that we're accustomed of, the guy that can actually play the game. But then you get the Chiefs, and you catch the ball 16 times for 517 yards, 5 touchdowns against the Chiefs. You play the Raiders, 5 catches he comes back down to earth, 5 catches for 80 yards. You play the Jaguars, 3 catches for 80 yards. Then you go to Houston, 8 catches for 328 yards. You're starting to see the trend here, 41 yards, 41 average. He had a touchdown. Then he gets to the Chargers, 5 catches, 41 yards, 8.2. Then he goes back to the Chiefs, 15 catches, 585 yards, 39 yards to catch, 3 touchdowns. Then he gets the Titans, who don't got to win, 11 catches, 554, 5 touchdowns, 50 yards to catch. Then he gets to the Colts, 70-33, 5 catches, 304 yards. This was a computer game, 2 touchdowns. Then he gets to the Commanders, 9 catches for 336 yards. That's on hitter, 2 touchdowns. And then the Packers, 9 catches for 297, 2 touchdowns. So again, fuck, is that the users? I mean, all the tough teams. He had one good game playing a tough team, and that was week 1 against the Chargers. After that, he came back down to reality. But when you playing the Packers, the Titans, the Chiefs twice, the Colts, when you playing those type of teams, it ain't hard to go crazy like he going right now.
But this is where I'm gonna counter that argument. If I'm playing them teams and Bird got 300 yards, at some point they're going to say, you know what? I'm a user, a safety, opposite. I'm a man him up. Like they're not letting me do that, bro.
Well, I know.
Fuck that. They playing back. They playing all coverage. You gonna
They're
run
not
the
letting
ball.
me do that, man. So either they think folk ass or they just ass.
Bro. And this is another thing, bro.
I think it's this. When guys play certain users of our caliber, they're gonna play us different. When you don't look at Fo that way, he gonna disrespect you because you're not gonna play him different. So even though he got 15 catches on you, you never even recognize those 15 catches because you're just playing the game and you're not dialed into this point. If the Chiefs play you or Max or Craig or me or somebody of that caliber, he's going to lock in and play that game to his best of his ability. So he's going to be dialed in enough to not allow that stuff to happen as much as it happened. I just think certain guys get away with that shit because guys ain't not respecting them as their game, but they not going to play them any different.
So
if that makes sense.
Can I say something real quick?
Okay.
So he might win MVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that for me, that shit's not impressive at all, man. Another thing, he doing this shit against all the ass niggas of the AFC. And then I see he got what I think he played a computer game against the Cowboys and 323 touchdowns, but that's whatever. But like they all the AFC niggas, the Chiefs, the fucking goddamn Texans, the Chiefs again, the Colts, the Titans. Like that's not impressive. They at the bottom. They ass. Like I don't know. That's just me. But once again, my opinion. Fo, man, that shit's not impressive, dog. But hey, congrats on the MVP possibly.
I don't really see how he's not going to win the MVP, but so this is my thing. When you look at the schedule and the games that he went really dummies in, to ask me this: if he's a playoff team, which he should be, how does that help him playing when he got to play the elite teams?
It don't help him. It don't help him at all.
I
It
get
hurts
it,
him.
but not like this.
You know what I mean? Because we gonna lock him down. I'm gonna lock that motherfucker down. He gonna have to go somewhere else. And if he been going to him all season, shit, that's his go-to. He ain't building nobody else. But like, hey, Fo he did this. I think 2 seasons ago with his other receiver. What's his
When we
name?
opened the
Virgil.
league up, he went crazy with Virgil.
Yeah,
Fo
Virgil.
been doing
Virgil.
this. Fo been doing this since he started to understand the game at 21, 22. He been having a receiver in the top, being able to do this type of shit with a receiver. The problem is we're accustomed to Fo doing exactly what he's doing now, which is draft a receiver, make him the best thing smoking, draft
Look at
another one the
my other
very next year,
plays.
make him the best thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sooner or later he gonna have to put it all together. Because even though he's shitting with that receiver the way he's going crazy with it, if you really look at the stats of his other guys that he getting the ball, they're shitting too. But again,
I think they 500.
but is
Not
that
really.
because of the schedule though? Is that because of who you're playing? Is the reason why
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Cause I look at it, and he played the Chargers, and Hardwick had 5 receptions, 41 yards. You know
Right.
what I mean? Craig shut that shit down. Played Mill. No, was that a force?
Nah, he played Mill.
All right, shit, that was five catches, 80 yards.
But
Shut down.
that game got fair forced win. So but
Look
before
at these
that
stats
it
last
was
year.
the same stats, like same type of stat. He wasn't really doing nothing.
Yeah, so it's just who he playing, honestly. But he did, go out for 100. You know what I mean, against Craig the first game though. But nothing crazy. That's average.
Now on the flip side of that, he has a young defensive line. I mean, a defensive linebacker that's number 2 on the MVP. Look, we haven't seen a defensive player on the list, not only on the list, but in the top for fighting for the award since Adolphe did it last season, right? Deontay Jarrett is up at number 2 on this list right now. To me, I think Deontay Jarrett is in the perfect scheme. The Broncos, and he's doing a good job. This is what understanding your talent means to me, and this is where you give folks some credit. He understands who he got at outside linebacker. He pretty much look, man. I remember a couple seasons ago, I played in the playoffs, and I was told, buddy, like cheating, right? Playing with homeboy on the field is like cheating. It's some bullshit, right? And I'm like, here we go, this shit. So I go, it's 3 Adolphes in the draft every year, right? And this is why I say that. Deontay Jarrett, look what he's doing right now. And he's a drafted player. Look at the face. He got a made up cartoon face, right? So that means he's one of the guys that come out of my draft class. This is a baby Adolphe Oweh. Look what he's doing with him, right? So when I say these guys are in the league, they're in the league. It's just, but you got to know how to scheme. It ain't just easy just to get the top shit on your guy and just let him. Like a lot of niggas is real ass, bro. And what I mean by that is it don't take skill set to get to an overall and get the shit that's unblockable on the game. But it takes skill to be able to do what Deontay Jarrett is doing right now to be number 2 in the MVP. It takes skill to do that. Like that's you calling the right shit and putting him in position to do it. Right? What's happening now is you got guys with these, guys that's 90 and 95 or above, and they putting the right shit on them, and they don't got to do shit but just let him dance and turn the corners. Or you just stay in the same place all game long and just use your ability over anything. But Jarrett is being used and schemed into what he's doing right now. So I
I give
gotta
him more
give
credit for
respect.
this.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
give
give him
him more
credit.
credit for this than the receiver. You know what I mean? Because also, man, what 2 years? This is second year.
Yep.
Like he had actually built him. You know what I mean? He wasn't doing this like he wasn't doing this on his level last year.
No, he was
Like
up
you know
there
what
in
I mean?
sacks, but not
So
like this. What are you
yeah,
sitting on, like
yeah,
28 right now?
yeah. 28, 28,
Yeah.
2 interceptions.
hmm
What? How many? What? 4 forced fumbles, 2 recovery, 1 touchdown. Yeah. Like,
He having a baby Adolphe type season,
mm,
and
yeah, man. Like,
simple as that.
yeah, this is more impressive than the receiver, bro. Like, I just can't. If the receiver win, shit, that shit should just go to the lineman, bro. That shit ain't impressive.
Do you think we can see? I don't know what the receiver numbers that we seeing right now. I don't know if Deontay Jarrett can take that award from him. He would have to like literally close out the season with another 12 sacks.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see
He
who on
could
the
do it.
schedule.
He could do it.
Shit, 3 a game. What? Let me see. Broncos. talk about yeah, 4 more. What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games. He got the Jets. He got the Giants. He'll get them sacks against the Giants because he throw the ball crazy. Got Mills, Steelers, then he got me. He'll probably get 3 against me because I'm throwing that bitch too. So it's possible.
Yeah, if he have like a 5 sack performance out of like one out of those five, if he get like a 5 to 7 sack performance out of one out of those 5 games left, he fuck around and win that MVP, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He fuck around and win it.
Uh,
And that'd be the second defensive player in our history to ever win an MVP award. Number 3 is Lamar Jackson. Number 4 is Aaron Rodgers, and number 5 is Kenneth Walker the third. Do you feel as though any of those next 3 I just named, can any of them guys come and swoop in and take the MVP?
I think Lamar, man, he gonna have at least between this span, probably fucking what 15 to 20 passing touchdowns,
Yeah.
and maybe about what 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns, averaging 100 yards rushing.
Over the next 5 games, that's going to be very hard. But he got it better. Yep,
Yeah,
I think I agree with you. I still don't think it's a quarterback or running back based award anymore. I think it's whoever's the guy up there shitting. So I think I do think the receiver is going to be hard to beat to take this award from. But I do agree they're going to have outstanding numbers. What about Aaron Rodgers? Is there any way he can win this MVP?
man, it's definitely a possibility, man. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Especially
I think he got the schedule to do just like Bustin'
well,
Fogle has the schedule as
yeah,
well. They both got the same schedule, so I
yeah,
think
he
he got
got
the
the
schedule to do it.
Giants. Is McCoy actually playing though?
Probably
Or he in
not.
tank mode?
Tank more
See, you
now.
know what I'm saying? So you got the Bills and then 4, so that might. I feel like that could go either way. Bills and 4,
Right.
and then the Chiefs to end off. So yeah.
Hmm.
Then I got to man. When we turn the injuries on,
They on.
for real?
Yeah.
Anybody injured?
Mm-mm. Unless they did,
Everybody injured.
unless they no, they got turned off for me to advance, so I'll turn it back on in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so that's the MVP race right now, man. Now I'm gonna go through all 10. So you got the Patriots, Tyquan Thornton. So boom, right now Tyquan Thornton and Harvin Warwick are in the battle right now as the best receiver in the league this year. Is there anything Tyquan Thornton could do to take that number 1 spot? Not the MVP, the number 1 receiver in the league.
Now that's. I don't even see how he even. Nah, I don't think so. Is 4 dude up there? He up there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Nah, he ain't gonna take that. He I think he had more touchdowns. He got 27 touchdowns, but 4 got the yards though. You know
right,
what I mean? Yeah, the
yeah.
yards and the receptions. Right now he got 15 receptions over, and damn near 1,600 yards over Taquan. So I don't see him overtaking that.
Is it impressive to you that Tyquan Thornton his career was revived the moment they got a new coach?
Yeah, man. See what happens when you get an offensive coordinator, Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
I ain't talking about your Ravens. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Shit. But yeah, man, nah, that's
I
definitely
got hit.
impressive,
I
man.
did.
And
Hold on for a second.
yeah,
Hey, Ma, don't do that. Come on. I'm in the middle of my show and got headsets on, so I didn't hear you.
where you at, Fault?
What do you need?
Say that again, bro.
No, I just trying to
Alcohol?
see where you
You need
at.
alcohol, babe?
I'm here.
Nah, man, what you think about T coming into that
You looking right
that
now, babe?
LC, man? You think that kind of gonna throw a monkey wrench into
I'll
some of
break
the
it
people
down if you got it.
plans? Think some people that made the playoffs and won Super Bowls will never win again?
Say that
I
again.
think I think T coming in to the AFC just makes it a better overall conference. I think you're starting to see the just the transition. Hoodie kind of took a step back this year. The Bills are not as dominant. The Bills was going 16-1 or 15-2 or like the Bills was like neck and neck with and or Craig for the number 1 seed. Now they kind of like a 6th or 7th seed. Um, so I think you're just seeing T coming in and he's just changing the landscape. The AFC
Yeah,
East ain't the AFC easy no more.
yeah.
Um, and people gonna have to adjust. But I think the Bills and Dolphins going to adjust though. They're
So
going to adjust this off season. You're going to see.
is this his division now? Like he come in for first
Now
year and like
I think he got to do this for like a couple seasons.
It's his division this year, I think.
Yeah, I think he
Because
got
they
to do.
already swept the
I think the
Bills.
Bills gonna get the Bills.
God.
He like the pass. I think the Bills gonna go shopping this all season to get some D line help. And then I think they'll be right back. And then I think Hoodie just need to, make some moves, man. Maybe trade Tyreek. Start getting a little younger and build. Hoodie could win with young players, but I don't know, man. Right now, his
Well,
roster is like one of
yeah,
the one of the one of the top worst rosters in the look at it compared to everybody else.
I think development is his problem over there. Like guys aren't really jumping up high in development. And you can see it the way. See, the thing is, the way he's playing the game, he's getting the game experience with a whole lot of players, but they're not going crazy in the sense of development, right? Where you got, let's take Foe. His quarterback comes in like an 80 overall, and 1 year he gets him to a 94. You got Jaleel Russ comes in at 86 overall. He's a 99 in his second year. Like you're not getting that type of development out of players right now. Like your quarterback is still on star when you got two of the fastest fucking receivers on the disc in a game where you can throw for 100 yards just by completing two bombs. So I think where it starts at with Hoodie is to get that quarterback in the top 5, top 3 over the next 2 seasons. They better get him up to a superstar X factor. That's the first thing. That's where it starts at there, right? And then ability based. Like this is how good he is as a coach, though. If you really look at his team, he about like a 93 overall across the board. But when you look at that roster, he's making a lot of shit happen, especially on the defensive side of the ball, with not a lot of X factors and superstars. Now let's get one thing straight. If you got 5 to 6 X factors on your defense, only 3 of them matter. Let's get that straight first of all. The superstars is what matter. And I think he do a hell of a job with that roster without having like when he come up against me or he come up against Craig or he come up against maybe like 2 more teams over here that look like that. Like when he come up against those type of teams, he still play. He takes us to the wire or he beat us. So coaching wise, he's there, but he gotta get that roster caught up, bro. And my thing is it too late though? And now he's working on guys that sitting in their second and third years. Their XP go up higher. How do you get that? You know what I'm saying? How do you get that done?
Right.
Is this Tyreek Hill's last year as a Dolphin?
If you want trade value, it needs. Right now, somebody still give a first to Tyreek.
I was going to say, what's his value right now?
I think somebody still give a first, maybe like a future first, or maybe like a third this year, like a future first, something like that. But he still could get first. Because somebody, what he 30?
I think so.
So you could go to 33 before you got to drop, and somebody right now that's on the cusp of being that playoff team or conference championship team, like right now, like not for nothing, I could see the Bucks
31.
if they got the capital. I could see the Raiders if they got
Raiders.
the
I was just going to say
capital.
the Raiders.
You know what I'm saying? To go get a Tyreek Hill because they feel that might get them, or even like the
32 next
Chargers.
year.
The Chargers, they get these guys who are
Gone asked too
good,
much for him. 131 only
like
got
Jerry
2 years
Judy.
with
You know what I
him.
mean? Like I see he's getting production, but just imagine if that was Tyreek.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that for the Chargers or the Raiders, that might make them go undefeated. Or them sure favorites for the Super Bowl in their minds because now they just got that person that you got to account for,
7 for sure thing.
99 speed. That's a dog. So I think that's. I mean, Tyreek Hill could probably still change the. Like what if he was on the Ravens? I know you got Mike, but imagine if you got Tyreek on the other side.
Man,
What does
Playoff
that
first
look like?
maybe
You
next
Ty-
year
know what I
in
mean?
GM.
Tyreek Hill can still change the playoff landscape by being on a playoff team, an early
Or if T
exit
got
playoff
it.
team.
Imagine if T got it.
Yeah.
You
Him
don't
and
want you to
Torres.
get that
He I
motherfucker.
wouldn't do that if I was him, but okay. Well, that
I
would be
don't
a
know. I
crazy
don't think the
trade.
Dolphins will trade him in division, but just think about it. I mean, what if
Right.
somebody like T got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Or what if the Eagles went and got him?
Man. Oh my God.
Well, Metcalf on one side, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, it's what the Seahawks do. All right, you cheat the run. Now I'm going to just send go routes with my 98 speed, 99 speed receivers on each side, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully your corners can run with them.
All right.
You know what I mean? Come out eye close, play action, double streak, and
That's my
hopefully
launch
you ain't
pad,
run
McQuack.
committing, or hopefully, you know what I'm saying? So imagine if Boone do that.
Right. I can really see the Eagles doing that shit. Going to go get Reek, putting AJ in the slot.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
already know
saying,
I will.
Reek still got value. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, you
but
do.
that's if Hoodie, what Hoodie gonna do?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's look at the AFC Offensive Player of the Year race right now. Our top five are Harvin Ward. Once again, you got Tyquan Thornton. You got Jerry Judy, and in the new uniform this year. You got George Pickens, and then there's Jaleel Ruggs at five right now. So our top four are receivers right now. Again, Ward, Thornton, Judy, Pickens, all are big time receivers. All are actually number one receivers on their team right now. And then there's Jaleel Ruggs. Remember, Jaleel Ruggs is the speed demon, um, who's now at the threshold of dog demon now, right? I mean, stretches turn the corner and good night, sweetheart. Is that Saquon Barkley effect when he was turning the corner on guys on stretches and just nobody can catch him? I think he's there with that right now. So they're your top five in the AFC. When you look at the NFC, your top five Offensive Player of the Year award goes to Kenneth Walker the third, Hollywood Brown. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. The Darius Tucker, Keontae Ingram, and another guy who changed uniforms is Rashad White for the Bears. They're your top five right there. So fuck, let's start here. Hollywood Brown, man. I still to this day don't think he's your number one receiver on this team. I do think it's early bird. But what's the value of Marquise Brown, and why is he always, in the mix and something when it comes down to, the war race?
Well, people forget him and Kyler played together at Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Forget that connection. Um, at Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's sharing the ball a lot. He was the only guy. Harvin, he'll have 4,000 yards receiving, right? But he got three other guys running back that's just got to get there. So he kind of, settles for his little 1,600 yards. He might get 20 touchdowns, might average 22 yards a catch, and, take his little 60 catches on the season, go sit down somewhere.
Right.
Um, but he's not our number one guy. Our number one guy, um, but Marquise is a big part of our offense, man. He stretches the field. Um, he runs blocks his ass off, man. I don't know if guys really looked at it. He runs blocks his ass off. Um, so we glad he on our team.
At number four, we had this conversation last night off air. Keontae Ingram, bro. So just tell me why you feel like he goes unnoticed.
I think it's one the coach, right? I think it's the coach. I think it's the offense. I mean, you kind of it's like, almost like LeBron James or Giannis. I mean, they could win the MVP every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of like expect it, and it's not special, But I mean, to have a 2,000 yard rusher and to have 4,000 yard receiver, everybody double digit touchdowns year after year after year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like it's expected. Like it goes unnoticed. So I think he just falls in that category of he's good. People know his name, but he doesn't get with the greats or the dogs because he's not the focal point.
Right.
He's just a product of the offense fits in the puzzle. So
You got comfortable right next to you.
but I mean, he got over 50 catches. He got like 500 yards received. He got like 1,300 yards rushing, 20 touchdowns. Like he's a dog, but you know he play with other dogs. So you know,
Yeah, I think the guy's special. I think you focused on him last year and gave him the carries of the top backs in the league, and he showed top back numbers. And now he's back down to not a lot of carries, but very productive right now. And he's been the X factor of your team for a couple seasons now. But then the next up is look, the Bucks traded Rashad White to the Bears, and the Bears is actually going crazy with him this year. Like I really feel like he found a new home and he fit perfect into this Bears offense and what they're trying to do right now. Again, the Bears, man, you got to give your hats off to him. He's definitely one of those most improved coaches of the year, and it starts with GMing and moving during the off season. And then putting it together on the field. Like I think he's done a great job of understanding what he has and putting those guys in the right spots and right positions to be able to do things with him. I also think the strength of his division, not being in one of the stronger divisions, helps with that process as well. And I think he's taking full advantage of that right now. Especially when the one person that was a thorn in his ass, no homo, is taking seasons off. So the Bears, to me, man, they just up right now, and they gonna keep going up until somebody else cool them off in that division. My question is though, you know, the what, again, we said this on a show or two ago, where is the Bears have won their first playoff game in the divisional round. They have to get to the NFC Championship for it to become full circle, or do you feel as though winning a wild card game and then losing in the divisional round is still a efficient year for them? I think they gotta get to the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
Would you disagree or agree with me?
no, I agree. I think they got to get to the.
Not this year. My division
Yeah, I
has
think they
me
got to
less
get to the.
motivated. Honestly, I should have stayed with Max and Snake Lowell.
He said, "Not this year. My division has me less motivated. Honestly, I should have stayed with Max Snake and them over there in that division." Uh, I mean, I could do it too. That could do it, bro. Like that could do it. And if I'm watching this show and I'm in his division right now, I will be taking full offense to that,
Damn, rolling on the floor
flat
laughing.
out.
I,
Yeah,
I will
I
take
agree
fucking
and I
full
disagree.
offense. I'll take full offense. You can't be a
I'm,
competitor letting a man say y'all don't motivate me. This shit ass.
I feel that too. I feel that too.
I
I
feel
feel that
it,
too.
but he got it dominated though. Who his
Right.
losses came to?
Packers, and then
I mean,
You
you
can't
can't
lose to the
obviously
say that you
Packers.
lost to the Packers.
You can't use to a fucking junkyard trash ass nigga.
Like you can't say they unmotivated and lost to him. You should be blowing them up by 50.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel the same way. That's why I'm like, shit, get a Cowboys user, because I'm like, nigga, I don't think I played D West in like fucking what, season?
And hold on, wait a minute. And this is no shade or shot. But when Shoguns was playing, was I can't remember, was Rob winning the division? Who was winning? I can't remember.
I think the last time Shoguns was playing, he swept me.
Shogun swept him or Rob swept him?
No, Shogun swept Rob.
Okay.
Whoa. Your shit ain't valid, dog. It ain't valid.
Yeah, niggas plucked this whole comment
Come to my
apart fast
division
as hell. Oh
RDL
my
face
god.
with tears of joy,
Come to my
face with
division of
tears of
RDL.
joy.
Ain't gonna
Don't
worry
gotta
about
worry
that.
about
Oh
that.
shit, damn. But nah, it's facts though. When Shoguns took the season off,
Bro, I'm not throwing shade.
right? So, yeah, Rob, I completely understand that you're not throwing shade, but you gotta admit how that comes off as it comes off like that. Like I know
I'm
what
just
you're actually
saying she
saying, but
tanking.
it comes off as shade. And if I'm in your division, that I'm taking that personal. Especially if I'm the Packers. Hold up, nigga, I just beat you. Fuck you mean you ain't motivated?
I'd be like, whooped
Right.
your ass. That shit crazy. But I
Mm-mm-mm.
get it though.
All right, defensive player of the year, NFC. Fuck, how is Marco Wilson the front runner of the defensive player of the year award right now? What we got going on over there in the desert?
Oh, just working, man. My
I'm both with you
weaknesses
on this
as
one.
in year four became one of my strengths. We playing a lot more different coverages, a lot more man, and they finally hit those thresholds after just work, man, just work, and and Wilson's at a point now where I feel comfortable with him playing man and being aggressive. Still getting beat, but that happens. I mean,
Rookie corner on his ass
but
pause.
I think we're in a good spot, man. With our corners, I think it's one of our strengths on our team.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so you got the my player, the tweener at number 2. Not Jill Thomas. Fuck, you just played this guy. This is a kid that can play safety, sub linebacker, or corner. He's sitting number 2 on his list right now. Is do you feel as though the Panthers is doing a good job with scheming him, considering he can do all that shit I just said?
What number is he?
I don't know. I think 33.
Yeah, I don't. For some reason, 21 sticking out of my mind, but I think that's 10. I mean, he's up there for a reason. When we played, I didn't really wasn't paying too much attention to him.
Right.
But that's not to mean he wasn't out there. He wasn't impactful. But he's second for a reason. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to him.
Can I, man? Max is just not one of the players I get up to play, man. It's like I don't know why.
Hold on, wait.
And like, hey, hold on. I tried to bring it up. You brought up a point like,
Hold on,
man,
wait, wait.
was that motherfucker even out there?
Hold
Was that
on,
motherfucker even
wait.
out there? What's up? Go ahead. What's up?
Hold on.
What?
Wait, we just got on Rob for coming at his division. You gonna say you don't get up to play back?
Man, it's just like I don't know, man. Like if I want to play Falk, I play Falk. If I want to play Ant, I play Ant. It's just like one of those things where I don't know, man. But yeah,
So why you don't get up to play? That's the question. Let's ask that question.
Man, that nigga really just I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't even put my finger on it. That shit ain't exciting to me, man. He's one of
So
those.
is he ass? In your opinion?
In my opinion, yeah, he has. Even though I lost to him, like he one of those players that I could lose to him and be like, yeah, that nigga ass, like for real.
So you could
Like,
lose to him, but he's still ass.
That nigga ass, bro. Yeah.
Why you feel that way?
Man, it just I don't know, man. His game play style is just boring, man. It's boring to me, and I don't like being bored. Like I said, if it wasn't for that fucking snow, that nigga, I would have beat that nigga ass in the playoffs, straight up. And I've been saying this shit since fucking 10 Maddens. Like I fucking hate playing in the snow, and it just so happened. Last year was the y'all supposed to go to the Super Bowl, did ass. I throw that shit out there. I was supposed to go to the Super Bowl last year. That snow fucked me up.
I know you. I know the team was built for that, for you to be able to do exactly what you're saying, which is go to the Super Bowl. But unlike, just like you, I'm in the same boat. Championship games 2 years in a row and championship exits. You haven't got past the divisional round. What's that about?
Man, shit, time in the matchups, man. Time in the matchups. Snake goddamn, he had that little RPO bullshit and throw it up to fucking Evans. That shit was fucking successful early on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened with that.
Taking advantage of what the game give you. You just said RPO and throwing it up. Aggressive catch glitch, RPO glitch. Is that what you saying?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, you know what I mean? But since you brought it up here, and then you know shit.
Oh my god!
And then, but that was like before we got Lattimore. So we didn't have good corners. We had Oglesby, but he was a rookie. And then we got Lattimore, I think, the year after that. You know what I mean?
Let's go there for a second though, Boom. The timing, right? When putting a roster together, and especially in this league, when putting a roster together, how important it is to get that gel process and timing together to really get to, like, a lot of things. Think about this. Falk went to the first 2 Super Bowls with a non-built team. That team wasn't ready. In fact, it's getting there now, but it wasn't that team yet, right? But let's talk about the timing of it and how that can affect you in a win or a loss when you're going up against maybe a team that, is better than your team, but, some people might not look at it that way. Like, how dare I say I play anybody who had a better team than me, right? When you look at my team, but hell no, like, right? But I know that the team I played was better than mine, right? So again, timing and development and building your team. Like right now, I feel like my team is where it needs to be at right now, and we're right on schedule. Take us 3 years, you'll see it by season 4, right? So talk to me about your time in the process and the things you do to be able to get your team, again, to be your team and comfortable with the product you put on the field.
So, man, timing. So let's go this season, period, for example, right? Madden just came off of that bullshit ass, I guess era where we couldn't play Madden. So it was like a bunch of people probably wasn't motivated to play and come back, enjoy the time off. like preparation. Like I'm not in practice. I'm not doing that shit.
All right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not really focusing on the game. I'm playing on the fucking what? A fucking 20, no, a 15-inch monitor right now because my household goods just got picked up going
Right.
to Germany. So I'm
Right.
about to go. I'm about to probably go pick up a TV just because motherfuckers talking shit. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just the preparation ain't there because it's like shit happens. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
motherfuckers be moving a tank. I take a whole fucking season now. Like nah, bitch, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna play on this fucking monitor
hmm
and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I still get wins and make the playoffs. So I look at it like y'all niggas ass for even allowing me to come back and make the playoffs.
Mm-mm.
Like, so yeah. So the preparation is different, man. Right now I'm just trying to get my team out the red. You know what I mean, and get those arrows going up. You know what I mean, and put my players in position, just while still trying to develop and build. You know what I mean, and see what we do in the playoffs, man. Like, nigga, you better not fucking lose to me in the playoffs. Like, do not fucking lose me in the playoffs. Because I swear to God, I'm going out there, I ain't gonna say butt naked, shirtless in the snow, and I'm diving like fucking goddamn Scrooge
Mm.
in the snow.
In the snow. Let's go. So, Falk, I asked you that same question. Timing and preparation, man. How can you say? Because look, people ignore you saying my team ain't there yet because of the winning that your success you've had, right? How your team ain't there yet, but yeah, you played in the first two Super Bowls.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
I can argue when the first Super Bowl you played in, you didn't match up at all well with that team you played.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of holes. And each year you wanna whether you drafting, trading, free agency, you want to fill those holes.
Right.
And people don't understand like even free agency after when the preseason is big because you want to fill your roster. Those guys play special teams.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see these kick returns and you see these extra points getting blocked, that's because the guys you got as your backups ain't out there, or
Mm-hmm.
you don't got enough players on your roster, and you're only got 40 people out there and they get tired. And now here go a kickoff return or punt return. Um, so it's real important with just knowing your holes and planning, man. It's just like anything. You got to plan it out. You got to know where you project out in 5 years. So maybe this year I work on the defensive line. Next year I work on the linebackers. The year after that, okay, this receiver getting old, so I got a couple years with him. Let me get somebody here young to learn under him and
Right.
register and what I mean, like all that playing a factor. So it's definitely timing. But you see the people that do it versus the people that don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's big. You see those guys that go in there and really put that time in and build teams. And you know, just go look at players, man. Like if you ever question a guy rating, go look at his stats, man. His numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So if they got
Previously
awards, if
terminated
they got
employee
stats,
non-99 SPV
it's a
loading in
reason why
termination.
they might have started out at 86, but now they're 99. You know what I'm saying? Go. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, bro. I feel like building a roster is a lost art amongst a league that's about building. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's things in place for you to be able to build your team, and if you aren't building your team, like I had a guy, not gonna say his name, say no names or nothing like that. I had a guy complain about his team last night. Yo, bro, how I'm supposed to play? My team's still in the '80s. Everybody plays in the '90s already, and how I'm supposed to compete with that? Da 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 da. My roster is anything you could do. I am new to the league. Is anything you could do? Check it out. And my response was, yes, I have no problem checking your team out, and looking some things out. Right, but when I gave up that team, when I gave that person that team, I knew what was drafted over there. I knew what was on that team. But what happens is, I can't you can't motivate me to go fix anything for you over there when you missed the first draft for whatever reason. Yo, bro, we drafted tonight. Yeah, I ain't gonna better draft. Oh, well, that was your first opportunity to fix the holes in your team yourself. Or yo, and then I'm getting sim losses and shit like that. Well, you're not reaching out. You giving guys the first win right before advance. I mean, right before you're about to play, you change your mind. You take it. You got the win. Things like that matter to a commissioner that that has an editing league. I'm not going to be motivated to help your team out or fix some things over there when you're not even motivated to fix some things yourself too. But again, this might be the easiest league to build in, flat out. Whether you get in a package or you draft or you just drafting in my draft. There should be no excuse on anybody that's not putting the team together except for you just not locked into it. Like you don't have to be on the game as much as maybe I might be on a game or in practice mode or really looking at my team as much as I will look at my team. But if you just do the things you need to do and really just, look at your roster and pick guys in the right spot, look at things you need, fix those needs, and you do those things, you should not be complaining about nothing at all, right? So again, I think building is a lost art in our league because it's too easy to build in our league and guys still don't do it right. Um, at all. Like and the guys that's getting it, you hear us praising that, right? You hear us talking about it. Just the one thing I can't stand. And I'm gonna use the Broncos. I'll use the Broncos as an example. Fuck, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? In a sense, when it comes down to this playing the game, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where do excuse come becomes a part of who you are? Excuse and your character is your character, and you don't hold nothing accountable. But when it comes down to the game, here's what I mean by that. How can you look at me or my team or my roster and be like, he cheating or something ain't right over at the fuck highest player, right? But then play the Broncos and see and his team develop just like it right now. He's doing all the things to develop his players, and you got a rookie quarterback that go from a 79-80 to a 94 in one season, but you mad at my fucking rookie running back that went from an 86 to a 95 in one season. But then you got a guy that's showing you that don't have a commissioner tag, and he got to do the building itself. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how can you look at one and not look at the other, and then you make it make sense? Like, it's guys in this league that's showing you the build is there. It's easy. You said it. If you look at guys that are built, and you go look at those stats and the things they doing with those guys, it's a reason why they built. When you looking at
Yeah,
guys that's like just think about it. I'll give you an example. Max Scott, rest in peace, my cousin Jer's on his team, Pooh Hanna. He's a 91. He's been on his team since year one's draft. He's only a 91 overall. Well, there's a reason why he's only a 91 overall right now, right? Because guess what? He went and traded for Cooper Kupp. He went traded for Jamar Chase. He's not the guy over there, and he ain't getting the guy numbers over there. So because of that, the build ain't the same as a Harvey Ward or a Tyquan Thornton or the guy that's being used in that sense, right? But at the same time, without giving out advice, bro, you guys don't even realize you can have a guy on the bench and build that guy, right? Why we call it red shirt, fault?
right, right.
How can I red shirt a guy? He don't touch the field at all, and I could develop that guy. When you could find out that answer instead of thinking somebody cheating, if you could figure out that answer, you'll better your entire team because it's definitely gonna happen. Fuck, how many guys you red shirt that don't play, and by season 2 or 3 they ready to go and didn't see the field
Yeah.
without
You
a
know, man.
package, just pure development. Like pure development, right? If Adolphe Owe is going fucking crazy for the first 3 seasons, what do you think the rest of my linebackers are going to do in development? No matter if their numbers match them or not, that group will develop, right or wrong.
Yeah,
But to make those guys develop, you got to do the right shit to make them develop. Like I think guys, coming into the New Year's, we just got to get away from that because here's what I would say: when you play Craig's 99 overall roster or my 99 overall roster right now, remember in year one when you played me or you played Falk or Craig, think about this, and I'll just say it. The Bills came in after my edits, had the highest overall, one of the highest overall rosters, and that's why we was calling them Super Bowl or bust. So what's the difference when your overall is it ready for? What's the difference when your
yeah,
overall is an 86 and you playing a 79 overall roster or a 78 overall roster. What's the difference between your roster being an 80, 89, and you playing a 79, or your roster being 99 and you playing a 93?
I mean, it's a big difference, in my opinion. You would say it looked the same, but I think it's a. I mean, the team overall is better. Now it depends on the positions, obviously. But if you got 99 D tackle and an 83 guard, you
Right.
ain't running the ball up the
Right,
middle.
right. Now, but look, this is what I'm saying though. Like, if you line up in season one and season two, and the majority of the players you lining up against, you got a 6 point overall team better than theirs.
Oh yeah, that's
What's
gonna
the
matter.
right? So what changes when you have a 93 overall and now or 94 and mine is a 99? I got the 6 point advantage over you, right, roster. It matters. It does definitely matters now, but it's
Yeah,
not.
matter.
It's no
Oh yeah.
different.
Sure.
But it's no different than you having that 6 point advantage when guys is like the Arizona Cardinals didn't come in the league at 80 overall. Even the Miami Dolphins wasn't at 80 overall when we first started the league,
Right.
right? Um, but those guys that we
Jeez.
call those teams that
Damn.
we call Super Bowl or bust teams, they had the higher overalls. Like the Bills overall was high, the Bucks overall was high, the Chargers overall was high. Um,
Man, that nigga T was just balling like shit.
what
Sheesh.
happened? What happened in the game?
Man, I lost by 14, but it was 49-35, and like let's say like 30, 40 seconds left in the game, it was tied up. So he basically, them was
Oh yeah,
he
the last
scored and
two.
went up, and then I yeah, but
Who you
I had
play?
a turnover. I was playing T, but he was up on me. I kind of like came back. It was tied 35-35 in the fourth. He had a possession. Boom, I stopped him. He turned it over. And like my first, second play, I threw a dumbass. He got some nice little user a lot of times. He just be doing shit.
He
That
up here.
motherfucker
Hey,
just
hey,
he
game
caught a
update.
pick and huh?
28-24, Ohio State.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but
Crazy.
Who winning that game?
it was
Oh
49-35.
shit.
Ohio State
28,
winning that
20,
motherfucker.
yeah. 28-24 halftime.
We got some good football being played. Let me find out TCU and Ohio State about to be the fucking national championship.
Yeah,
All
that
right, so
shit
look,
crazy.
this is all I'm saying, bro. When it's never you're never gonna have an even team from the start to season four. There's not even teams across the board. Just not gonna have it. Um, the problem is this: if you are still in, like some guys are still in high 80s right now. And I would say those guys, you're not, the guys that's not winning games and guys that's not managing their rosters. But for the most part, you should be at least a 90 right now. And season four, you should be at 90 or above right now. And if you're not, it's two reasons why you're not. You're not managing your team. You're not hitting goals, or you took a team over that wasn't managed and it's your first season on that team. But there, when you had the higher overall and you were playing some of these guys that were 6 and 8 points lower than your overall, remember that when you're playing a guy that has a 6 point overall over you. Remember that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Seahawks.
But it is a difference.
Y'all gotta
It is
stop
a
letting him
difference
talk like the face with
with
titties
Yeah,
of
and I missed
being
your
Junior.
point earlier.
89.
You're
Titties of
absolutely right,
Junior.
bro.
Face
You know
with
what I'm saying?
titties of
Like
Junior.
that's
Yeah,
all I'm
you
trying to
that
say.
that
He
definitely
just
is like
added
if you was a
ABBQ.
83
Curry best
versus
returner
a
in a league where you know
75,
99
and
is
you're
fucking
93
gold and
versus
the
90.
floor
Yeah,
walking.
yeah. I misheard you earlier. Yep, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right, bro. That
and
6 point matters.
and it matters, right? But like, it's all about your building, what you doing. Like, you got to look at yourself. If you got one, if we started this, just think about the rookies you came into the league with, not the rookies that you drafted, the rookies that came on your team. Think about those players right now. This is their
Kenneth
last. This
Walker,
is their
Tariq
yeah. Think about
Woods, Kobe
now.
Bryant.
Now think about who you got that was in your rookie class, and look at the top rookies from that rookie class, and all those guys that got high over, because they should be in the 90s by now. 4 years in, they should be in the 90s in their overalls right now. And if they not, it's something you doing wrong.
All right.
Simple as that. If they're not, it's something you're doing wrong. All right, so number three on the Defensive Player of the Year award is James Holt. Falk, you call him the best safety in the league right now. You can't just scream it because he's making a play. You got to scream it because you know that's a fact. So give me two facts on why this is the best safety in the game right now.
Best safety in the game right now. Ball hawk. Go check his stats. Um, he he's what 10, 12 picks. Does it all. Covers, plays man to man. He you know tackles. He's the leader of our defense right now. He's taking that man over Isaiah. And he's one of our big reasons why our secondary is one of the top secondaries in the league.
All right, gave me way more than two facts. All right, so look, Gerald Bond got drafted fourth overall, 6'3" corner. He wasn't projected as a first round corner, but he was one of those guys that, that's down there on the list that had first round potential. He's sitting at four on the Defensive Player of the Year, not DB of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year award. What does that do for the Falcons? Does that tell him right away that he has his shutdown corner?
Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
you getting that type of production from a rookie. Like, I mean, that's what you look. That's the type of production you're looking for. That's above and beyond the production that
That's
you're
a
looking for.
that's a that's a win. Picking him at four, and he's sitting at four on the Defensive Player of the Year award race right now. That's a diaper dandy. That's a flat out win. He made a comment earlier and said, "Watch out, Wilson. Bond coming." Are you worried about that comment, for?
I'm not worried because at the end of the day, Wilson, he's just he plays within the system. So
Right.
whether he wins the award or not, we know he's a dog, and he gotta be there when it counts. We could care less about awards. It's about winning in January and February for us.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so to round off your top five Defensive Player of the Year in the NFC, Aaron Donald is sitting at five right now. Why is Aaron Donald still right now? I mean, it seemed like when he got traded to the Bucks, he was ignored in a sense of what he was. It seemed like recently people are paying attention a little bit more to Aaron Donald as he's getting up there in age on how dominant he really is. So why is that, fault? Why when he went from the Rams to the Bucks in the first season or two when they were at their
I
high
think
peak?
I think people was like odd to 30, and they didn't realize that they could be 30, but it's still some years left on if you produce for
Still
them at a
get
high
good
level.
value out. Still get
Yeah,
value out of them. Some
yeah, and
people just scared to fool with them.
I think Snake just spoke to man and actually
Fuck
elevated
it.
play, man. Like what are his numbers? What year has he had 20 sacks since he's been there in Tampa?
I think he's been somewhere between 15 and 20 sacks every year in Tampa Bay. Can we somebody get us the stats on that?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's in there.
Let's see. Yeah, them
But I got
man.
his stats.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Let's
Give
see.
give me his
Tampa.
numbers since season one.
Season one, he had 24 tackles for loss, 17 and a half sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Season two, he had 34 tackles for loss, 22 and a half sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Season three, he had 33 tackles for loss and 16 sacks.
And right
Right
now,
now, he got 28 tackles for loss and 18 sacks. Sheesh.
are we looking at the best defensive lineman in the league right now?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, gotta be that
Shit,
top
all
two
time.
or three category. He been in that top two or three categories since I'd have had him with all the like every year or the defensive
And we're not talking about outside
numbers.
linebackers. We're talking about hand in the dirt down on D lineman. Is he the best defensive lineman in the league right now?
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
say
he
so.
is.
I
I
gotta
agree.
say so.
I definitely
I
think
don't
he
think it's
is.
a D line. I don't think it's a D lineman name that we done heard more
Yeah.
since the start of this. We done heard people complain about more.
But what is it about him this year that had guys like, man, fucking Aaron Donald? Like, we had the chat on fire over Aaron Donald for like three straight games.
Man, I think this year we just you know what? He's at that age where most people would consider that farewell tour. He's and he seen this go hard in the draft for D lineman. He said, "Fuck that, I'm still here."
I mean, then not for nothing. You add Nick Bosa on the other side of Aaron Donald right now. With the 2 6'8" rookies that you drafted that are edge rushers, but they tweeners. They could play defensive tackle as well. What was the decision on putting or making that priority for your team?
I mean,
Because you
when you
invested
go
big
make
time
a
in your D
move,
line.
when you go make a move for Aaron Donald, and then you still have Vita Vea over here, I just seen like I like situational football. He was winning games for me. Period. Like you know
Right.
what I mean. Like D line. Like so, why not put it in a better place? Like we went and grabbed them two youngins that they let slip and fall to me. I jumped for one early, said fuck it, but let another one fall to me. And
hmm
go grab Bosa became available. Like how do you not go? We went through the league and looked at the 99 overalls. You know what I mean? So
hmm
you go get on paper arguably the number one defensive league in the league, the end in the league, and arguably already got the number one defensive end on the league. You go on your roster already. You go do that. I don't give a damn if it's for 1 year or 2 years. You go bring the talent in, figure the rest out later.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, do you feel like with having Nick Bosa opposite of Aaron Donald is going to create Aaron Donald just continue to be dominant because he's not going to draw. If you can't double team him, if you do, Nick is going to kill you. If you double team Nick, he's going to kill you. But Donald is can't be blocked 1-on-1. But what was the vision of bringing Nick in, the understanding to keep Donald playing at a high level at his age?
You wanted to pick your poison between. I mean, you can't really double team nobody.
Right.
Um, I got one of them rookies on my D line. They got 20 plus tackles for losses. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
it's really gonna be hard to double team anything anywhere on my D line in a minute. Just trust the process. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I agree with you 100%. All right, so let's look at the AFC and their Defensive Player of the Year award. So Deontay Jarrett, number 2 in the MVP race. He's also number 1 for the Defensive Player of the Year award race. I think he leads the league in sacks right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got a guy that I kept telling people stop sleeping on. That's Matthew Butler for the Raiders right now. And this is not a older player at all. This is a guy that's going to be on the Raiders roster for a while. He's number 2 in the AFC. And at 3, you got Adolphe Owe. And would you say Adolphe Owe is having a down year this year?
I think he's having more of an impact, and I don't think his numbers show all the impact. He's more of a mentorship this year, trying to bring them other players from what we heard. And Deontay Jarrett is leading the league with 28 sacks. Matthew Butler 25 and a half. I think Owe, if you call a down year, he's still right there, fourth in the league with 23 sacks, 35 tackles for loss. So like,
And
is that a
six
down year?
six forced fumbles.
So like, it's just you got other players. It look like you got other people developing over there in ball. That's what we talked about.
So
Then you
when we talk about tandems right now, look like the Raiders got it with Matthew Butler sitting at number 2, and you just said the sacks he got, and he number 2 in the league in sacks. Matthew
Matthew
Butler.
Butler. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you some quick stats. Matthew Butler is number 1 in the league, tackle for losses at 40. Max Crosby is number 2 at 36.
Both of them are in the
Matthew
top 5 right now.
Butler is second in the league with sacks, 25 and a half, and Max Crosby at 24 and a half is third.
Jesus Christ. All right, so and then look at 2, Matthew Butler. At 4, Max Crosby. At 5, O'Neal Scott, the safety from last year's rookie class for the Patriots right now. He's sitting number 5 in his race. And they go your top 5 for the AFC. Let's go look at the offensive rookie of the year. It's going to stay with Harvin Ward. But the number 1 pick in the draft, Snake, C.J. Cummings, the running back for the New England Patriots. He went number 1 overall in the draft. He's number 2 on the Diaper Dandy list right now. I would say he's doing a great job with the X factor of rookie running back that he has. He's involved in the passing game, and he's already over 1,000 yards as a running back right now. Bengals, Melvin Scandrick. This is the sleeper. This is the thing none of us seen coming. They got rid of Jamar Chase. They drafted Melvin Scandrick. He asked to wear the number 1 in remembrance of Jamar Chase, and he's balling right now. He's number 3. And really, as the season goes on, you see him getting better. In that Bengals run heavy offense, they got themselves a true number 1 right now. Was that a great move? He did a great move with that trade for Jamar Chase. He got multiple players and got guys that's going to step in that role. Melvin Scandrick, but
Yeah,
Dwight.
anytime you getting that type of good production from a rookie player, like it's a great pick, great move. If you, some would argue he might be getting a little bit better production out of with them pieces that he
Right,
went and had put on his team,
right.
and
I agree.
they're not a finished product yet. So you know, but
Listen, we argued that Dwight Barkley shouldn't have been a top 10 pick. But he's number 4 on the diaper dandy list for the Jaguars. Here's my question. The Jaguars got 7 losses. Right behind him is Geo Bates, the X Factor, the only X Factor receiver to come out the draft. And they sitting at 3-10 right now. Should Mike be worried?
nah, I think we went through their schedules and stuff. I think Mike kind of might be all right. He almost ready to bust out the champagne.
Right. All right. So Geo Bates, this is a guy that nobody went after because he had a 89 speed, so he was running a 4.6, but nobody saw the 6.5, and then didn't pay attention in depth on what his attributes look like to realize that he got an X factor out of that draft. Got the second best receiver in the draft, and Geo Bates. But the Colts got themselves a true possession receiver in him. They do a good job with the RPO game, and they also do a good job with the go get it 50-50 ball, and Geo Bates is perfect for that. That's your top 5 diaper dandies. I'll run through all 10. You got Tyler Morrison, the running back for the Jets. John Sims, the receiver for the Dolphins. You got Calvin Middleton, receiver for the Patriots. You got Alex Townsend, I think tight end or receiver for the Chiefs, and then John Baker, receiver for the Browns. The NFC diaper dandies are as follow. NFC, my bad, not AFC. NFC rookies. There we go. All right. First of all, when did you trade for Reaper Moss Jr.? Because this is impressive.
Um, I think he played like 3 games, 4 games maybe.
What's that? That loud?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. When we got Reaper Moss, he only had 3 catches on the year though. Let's go
And
see
right now he's number
run.
1 on the diaper dandy list. Falk, are you impressed with that? The Rams didn't use their top 10 pick and went and got Reaper Moss, 6'4", 95 speed, super demon at receiver, traded him to the Bucks for a top tier corner, and now with 3 catches coming into the Bucks program, he's now number 1 on the diaper dandy list.
He got like 30
Yeah,
catches,
that's yeah,
562. Yep, 562, 3 touchdowns.
that's
We
that's
just
that's impressive.
we getting him in there. We had him in for a few games.
All right, so the running back for the football team, the Commander, Dylan Geis, is sitting at number 2, which is impressive in his own. Demario James, the quarterback over there for the Seahawks, got his team 9-3, sitting at 3. Then you got Bobby Westbrook, who's still on normal, sitting at 4. And then here's the number 1 tight end on the board, Tony Cunningham for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What role do he play for you, Snake?
He's starting tight end over there. He number
But
3.
how important is he? How often does his number get called? Like what role does he play for your offense?
Man, he all around. He does everything. He blocks. He catch downfield. He only on star, but man, he one of them pieces. We said we was gonna everybody we drafted. We threw him in the fire and started him. He was one of them
Right,
pieces that we took.
right. Is he
Developed
the
him.
is he the best tight end on your roster right now, or is he playing because you choose to
Uh,
play him?
Playing because I choose. See, we like some of the stuff on him. I do got a superstar tight end. That's at threshold, and Cade Otton, who's still young. He's
Right,
26, but Cunningham just got some things that we like. He got some numbers that we liked, and we just decided to develop our rookies, develop a lot of our youngins. We gotta get everybody in there.
right,
One of the things we talk about, like when we talk about using players, and I ain't no dick riding shit, but I get tired of saying this fucker's name. But like I just be looking at Falk team coming the end of the year. Like nobody has 3 wide receivers and a tight end with 1,000 yards type shit in this motherfucker. You
with
see all
20
the
touchdowns
motherfuckers with
every year.
you see all the motherfuckers with 90 plus morale. Like and that shit
Right,
just be insane. That shit be like hard as hell to see in the motherfucking playoffs. So like at some point you gotta stop like trying to get that running back or that wide receiver all the way up there. You got to just really work on and develop everybody a little bit. Like
Hmm.
you got to have that third down running back and all everything. Just got to develop everybody at some point. We've
And the
been
moment
trying.
guy,
It ain't
yo,
easy.
it's not. But the moment guys figure that part out, you'll hear less of the excuse being made on why shit ain't the way it should be in their eyes. Trey Hargrove is the third running back on the Panthers roster. He's number 6 on this list. You got Emmanuel Bolden, a receiver that was drafted by the Chicago Bears, number 7 on this list. You got LaMichael Boyd. I don't know what position he played. I think receiver for the Seahawks. You got James Carmarillo, who should, to me, in my opinion,
Quarterback.
should have been that guy if this guy played. And then you got Ezekiel Suttle, actually the
The other
sneaky
tight end.
tight end that was in the
Sneaky
draft. He
tight
was the sneaky
end.
best tight end in the draft. All right. You can argue between Cunningham and him, who's the better player coming out the draft. I think Ezekiel Suttle gets a denied edge because he was a superstar. All right, so defensive rookies. Let's look at Gerald Bond, the cornerback, top 5 pick, sitting at number 1 right now. You got Jose Kellum on the D line, linebacker, sitting at 4 and 8, but he's number 2. Safety Ramon Watts, sitting at number 3 for the Seahawks. Again, the Seahawks building, bro. At 4, Timmy Clayton, big time receiver over there, sitting at 2 and 10. Giants trying to get their roster together and figure it out. And then you got Taylor Mays in the secondary for the Commanders, round off your top 5. Russell Hunter, the 6'4" safety for the Bucks. You got Darius Coleman for the Saints on this list. You got Randall Lewis, the number 2 pick in the draft. And then you got Bond's brother, Devontae Bond, sitting at number 9 right now. So the Bond brothers are putting in work this year. And then Mitch Bryant for the Packers at number 10. That's the NFC. The AFC diaper dandies on defense are as follow. Khalif Azizi, or however you want to say it, 9 and 3 with the Broncos. They got players everywhere balling. Connor Boykin, safety, putting nice work in. You got the coach of Marquise Bynes, another safety. You got Larry Donaldson, I think linebacker. Or who was Larry Donaldson? Corner, linebacker, running back. I mean, defensive player.
I think he linebacker. I'm looking now. Bronco
Donaldson.
Donaldson. Outside linebacker.
All right, cool. Jalen Mayweather for the Jets. All right, it rounds off your top 5. So they're your diaper dandies that's putting in work this year. Again, the Broncos got 2 in the top 5 right now, so he's getting the most out of his players. All right, Jake Neal, linebacker for the Bills. You got Latavius Pollard. I'm assuming the cornerback for the Patriots. You got Andrew Monk. For the Jaguars, you got Kirby Winter, cornerback for the Dolphins, and then you got Harold Gresham, another Bronco, sitting in the mix right now. They balling, bro. They got some dogs. They running it up when it comes down to their rookie class. All right, top 3 best quarterbacks in the AFC. Lamar Jackson at 1, Aaron Rodgers at 2, Justin Herbert at 3. They're your top 3 in that battle. In the NFC, you're looking at Desmond Ritter, Kyler Murray, and Najee Israel are your top 3 right now. All of them putting up numbers too right now, man. This is going to be a nice battle in the NFC between these quarterbacks because even 4 and 5 is legit. So this is going to be a nice little battle right here. I like it. Let's keep moving. Running backs: Walker, Ingram. Again, Falk, you mentioned Ingram. Like if it wasn't for Walker, Ingram is the guy over in the NFC right now, balling out. But Tyreek Melvin does it again. Shows us that rookie year wasn't a fluke. In your top 3, then you got Rashad White and Najee Harris in your top 5.
Yep.
AFC running backs are as follow. Anthony Israel is the number 1 running back in the AFC. Rookie CJ Cummins is number 2. Jaleel Ruggs is number 3. And then Nasir Dale is number 4 with Joe Mixon rounding off the top 5. In the AFC for running backs. Wide receivers go as far as Hard Ward, Thornton, Judy Pickens, and then Melvin Scandrick for the Bengals. I love to see that, bro. He balling with that guy. This shit. NFC best receivers are as follow: Hollywood Brown, Ladarius Tucker, DK Metcalf is still in the mix, Ezekiel Bird, and Scary Terry McLaurin.
Go ahead.
Boone still on?
I don't know, but you gotta say number 6 too, cause like for motherfuckers to say I don't
Why I
pass
gotta
him,
say
bro,
number 6?
that's
JoJo.
impressive. That's impressive to have
JoJo.
a nigga at number 6 and a top receiver at a rookie. And halfway crying
JoJo.
Najee late in the season, him to be number 5 up there. We not just out there just running the ball, so we working on trying to work on some shit.
JoJo. All right. So we're gonna look at the O line right now. Worth, Hayes, and Tyrell Cloud, all Bucks in your top three. We'll go as far as top five. Cardinals, Byron Reese, and then Brett Mallard for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers run off your top five. AFC best O linemen are Quentin Nelson, Patriots, Chase Hines, Deion Burks for the Colts, Emmanuel Stevens for the Chiefs, Creed Humphreys for the Chiefs, and even the third player is Joey Tooney for the Chiefs as well. Jesus, he got all.
Damn.
He balling. All right, D lineman award: Matthew Butler, Joey Bosa, Michael Bower, Donnell Hunter, and then Brahim Wynn are your top five right now. So you're looking at veterans: Matthew Butler, Joey Bosa, Michael Bower on the come up, Donnell Hunter, veteran, and Wynn on the come up right now. NFC down lineman: Donald, Cameron Thomas,
Damn.
Vicky D, Josh Warmack, then it's Montez Sweat, Chase Young, then Pat Falk and Hodges. Look, man,
Nigga
when you
know shit about playing
it's
dog. That
already
shit
tough playing.
crazy.
Look, it's already tough playing a D lineman that's a dog and can get around and can do some things. But when you got two
Yeah,
and
you
three on
got
this
two
list,
of them
bro,
on this in the top like 10, bro. That's crazy. 3 teams got two in the top 10,
that's crazy,
at
right?
least two.
So you got two, Cameron Thomas, three, Vicky D. You go down to seven, and Pat Falk is sitting right there. Then you go back up and you think about who else got him, right? So Warmack at four, and you go down to eight, and Jaleel Hodges, two D
Oh,
tackles
you
sitting there. And then the Commanders got Montez Sweat and Chase Young sitting there. That's nasty. That's nasty. All right, best linebackers go to follow Michael Parsons at one, Roquan Smith, Quay Walker, and then you got Jose Kellum and Eli Coleman, both young gunners that's been balling out for their teams right now. They get top five though. Where you got the veterans Parson, Roquan Smith, and Quay Walker all still playing at a high level. AFC best linebackers are as follow: Deontay Jarrett, Max Crosby two, Adolphe Owe at three, Carl Watkins for the Texans sitting at four, Dolphins Jalen Phillips sitting at five. Whole mixture of guys. Ballin'. All right, DB awards. O'Neal Scott, safety. Isaiah Palomalo, safety. Cornerback is Xavier Howard, the veteran. At four, Jalen Patrice, safety. And then cornerback Jack Jones at five in the AFC. So a couple safeties in the cornerback. NFC, we're looking at Marco Wilson, Nigel Thomas, James Hall, Gerald Bond, Tyreek Woolen are your top five right now. There go your awards race. There go your conversation. I might be coming back on tonight when the ball drop. But I love the show. Enjoyed it. Thank God everybody watch. All y'all go out there, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, man. And happy New Year's. If I don't get back on, a happy New Year's with you guys later on. This is a bye week. It's a gift bye week. All right, I'm gonna use Fox bye week as if we get the first 8 games that's played, we'll get the gift if we advance by 7:30 tomorrow night. So again, remember, this is a gift. This is the gift show. All right, after if we advance by 7:30 tomorrow night, the first 8 coaches that played their games will get the gift. So make sure you label your game and when it was played, what number you was finishing. With that being said, we out of here.